Ricky, good to talk to you.
Yep.
What did you make of today?
Disappointing, very disappointing. Other teams are putting like 3s and 4s past them. It comes to us, and we're scraping, trying to get a 1-0. You can excuse maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago when it was just fresh out of lockdown, but we're a couple of weeks in now, and we're miles off it.
What's happened? Because last year, Spurs were in a Champions League final. And, all right, started slow, change of manager. But it's virtually the same squad with Eriksen going and 2 or 3 players coming in Gedson, Lo Celso, Bergwijn. So it surely shouldn't be that far off the pace, should it?
We shouldn't be. No, I think you're spot on. I don't know what it is. Maybe losing the Champions League final has affected them mentally. That maybe they're questioning, are we good enough? And right now we're not. We're miles off it. The new boys, I've been reasonably impressed with, to be fair. But just as a whole, we're not nowhere near where we should be. People are saying sack Mourinho. I don't think that's right. Early doors. You can't judge anyone on the season it's been when you come in late. You've had a world pandemic. You're allowed 5 substitutions. It's like FIFA at the minute. Do you know what I mean? It's dumb. So give us a pre-season. Let us sort of hit the reset button and see where we go next season. If we're at the same situation come in the next year, then yeah, get rid of him. But right now, I don't think getting rid of him is the answer.
You're saying if we get to the same situation next season and things haven't picked up, what is that Mourinho that you blame? Because Poch, who is arguably the best manager Spurs have had since Bill Nick, he wasn't getting much more out than players after the Champions League final. So is it the manager or is it the players?
I'm gonna say players because I like Mourinho. Guy's a proven winner. Like Geezer's got pedigree. Do you know what I mean? So I blame the players really. Whether they don't like him, whether they don't like his style, or whether they're just.
But they weren't doing it for Poch, right?
No, that's right. That's what I was saying earlier on about maybe the Champions League final, losing that. Maybe that's just whacked their confidence, their mentality. I don't know. Maybe they're sort of scratching their asses, thinking, "What do we do?"
So
waiting for someone to come and show them rather than them doing it themselves.
So do we therefore have to reinvest in it? I mean, obviously we have to reinvest in the squad, but is it a massive clear-out job like Pochettino alluded to, where we're getting rid of 7-8 players and bringing in 7-8 players, or are we just 2 or 3, tweaks away from having a really top side?
Yeah, I don't think it should be mass 7-8 players out, because then you're looking at a whole rebuild and that's not going to click straight away. We've done that before. We've only got 1 player left. That's Lamela. I think if you're looking at maybe 2 or 3 sign-ins, 2 or 3 go-ins, not so bad. But a mass clear out, probably not.
But
I think, yeah, that's it.
You don't want to see one because you don't want to go through a rebuild, or is that because you don't think we need one?
I don't think we need one just yet. I'm all for like a whole rebuild. Normally, I like it. It's exciting when a team has a fresh rebuild. But I don't think we need it, to be honest. If you look at our front line, Kane, Son, Bergwijn, Lucas, Chuck Deli in the mix there when he plays further forwards. They're not bad players. Midfield, you got Ndombele, who's our most expensive player. I thought he was the only bright spark that we had when he came on. Mm-hmm. So maybe a half decent signing in there. I know we got Lo Celso, but Winksy isn't going to win you games on his own. Sissoko ain't going to win you games on his own. You look at Man United's midfield, they got Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Fred, Matic sitting in there. Like, they're all top players. We don't have that just yet.
So who do we go after? How do we get there? What do we need?
If it was my job, then I would know the players. I would like a solid centre half, someone we know that you can rely on. He'll play every game. Everyone's going to make mistakes. I get that, but right now at the minute, 1 week we've got Sanchez and Dyer. Next week we've got Toby and Dyer. Next week we've got someone else. Give us a set person, which most clubs have, and then a bounce-off man that you can trust alongside him. I like Mings.
Would you go in for Thiago Silva? Take him on a year's deal or 2 years deal?
Maybe on a year, yeah. Just to sort of show that we mean business. We're not going to crumble. He's got a good enough record himself in the dressing room. Maybe he can get round the players.
Is that not papering over cracks, though? Do we not need someone who's going to come in and be there for 4 or 5 years and be solid?
Well, I think right now we need to paper over some cracks, to be honest. Mourinho is never a long-term manager. He doesn't stay at clubs 5, 6, 7 years. He's normally 3 years and he's done. So I think his job was come in, settle us, win us something and go. So even if you can, like you say, paper over the cracks, get 1 or 2 in, really build that strength, win us something. I doubt it will be a league, but I wouldn't mind an FA Cup, or at the minute it looks like we're going to be in Europa, but win a Europa League, just win us something, get us back up there again.
Fair enough. I mean, if Mourinho does go, maybe not next season, but the season after then, because he's only going to be short term, 2.5, 3 years. Yeah. Who comes in after? Because in Poch they had a proven manager, not a proven winner as such, but they had a proven manager who the fans loved, the club loved, the players seemed to love.
Yeah, he took well to the club.
Got us to a Champions League final. I mean, if that's not progress for where we've done.
I think, yeah, that we've definitely progressed up until the point of the Champions League final. It's from then onwards we've sort of peaked and then on the way down. If you're looking at future managers, the 2 obvious ones at the minute are Nuno Espirito Santos, obviously at Wolves, and Chris Wilder at Sheffield. What a job both of them are doing. Why don't they deserve a crack? People were before screaming Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Bournemouth went down, would you not take Eddie Howe if he parts ways with Bournemouth?
I think he's done a great job with Bournemouth, but I think he's sort of getting maybe a little bit found out in terms of he's not quite that next level. Everyone wanted him to be because they play the right way. They're a club with not a lot doing well, but he's sort of...
Is that his fault? Or, a few of the players have changed. It's not the same crop that he had. He had like you said before, a set centre-half. He had a set core of players. And a few of them have gone, and have they really replaced? He hasn't replaced them with his men, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, he's the gaffer, innit? So that's what I mean. As a coach, as a gaffer, you've got to not necessarily make do with what you got, but it's your job to kick players on, bring them through the youth, or make a couple of signings. I know he hasn't done exactly that, but that's what I'm saying, where maybe he's not quite that next level.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. What changes... I'll ask you what changes would you make in terms of incomings, but what changes would you make in terms of outgoings?
Well, the obvious ones again, Jan and Toby. I love them. One just signed to the end of this season, so it looks like he'll probably go. And I think it was Toby who is still undecided.
Toby signed an extension, hasn't he?
Was it Toby the extension and Jan to the end of the season?
Yeah.
Either one, yeah. I think so one of them are definitely going. I'd also like a second left back to Sessegnon. It doesn't look like Rosie's part of Mourinho's plans. Sessegnon probably a bit young.
But Davis.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I wouldn't mind someone else other than Davis, and then same over on the right side. At the minute, when you look at your starters, it's Davis or Aurier. Other than that, you're then looking at a bit sort of iffy players.
Okay, but who goes out? You said Jan and Toby, but who would you get out? You said 2 or 3 have got to go, and 2 or 3 have got to come in.
One of the centre halves, if not both. I love them, but I think their time's done. So there's your two. And then I don't want to. I said earlier I wouldn't cash in on Kane now. However, as a business, as a club, if someone offers you stupid money, you could potentially look at it.
What stupid money?
Oh, you're looking 150 plus.
I'll give you 150 quid for him.
But yeah, like I say, when a serious club comes in and says there's 150 million, as much as I would want to keep him, the club would want to keep him. When you look at it and think, what can we do with 150 million? We can go out and splash 60 on a centre half. We can splash 30 on someone else. Do you know what I mean? And then.
But are there enough players out there to replace him? Because you take Kane out the side, you take most of your goals out, and
Yeah, true. I know. There's always that next man. Look at United. They was a few months back. They were scrapping. Now all of a sudden they've got probably one of the most frightening front lines in the Premier League. Yeah. When you got Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, and then they brought in someone like Aguero, who at the start everyone was like, "Oh, what's that about?" Well, he scores goals at important times. Doesn't mind being a sub. So
got some covering, just got their business done.
That's what I mean. At the minute, we've got Kane, and if not, you play one of the wingers up top, or you play Dele up top, and we just haven't got the depth of what title-winning teams or cup-winning teams have.
Yeah, no, I get that. All right, you feeling confident for the derby, or you don't want to look that far ahead yet?
I'm not confident of the derby, but it's a derby. Anything can happen. We didn't lose tonight. It's a clean sheet. We didn't lose the other night. It's a clean sheet.
They decided to sit in 19th in the league.
Hey, we've had 2-3 clean sheets all season. I'm just putting positives on it. We've had now 2 in the week. So I'm just trying to put positive spins on it. Mourinho will probably be happy defensively. We've not conceded. Same as against Everton. We scraped a 1-0. We didn't concede. So we go into the Arsenal game potentially looking at 3 clean sheets. You know what Mourinho's like with setting up, ruining their game plan and stuff. So it's a derby. Anything can happen.
Well, we'll see. Ricky, thank you.
Cheers. See you later, mate.
Bye, mate.
We're ready for the champagne bevy. We're ready for the goose, the Emmy, the girls that we're seeing on the telly. We do it for the pounds and the penny. We're ready.